Alright, what's up guys? It's Kevin here at Pat's Trading. First of all, welcome to this video tutorial, and I've got a real treat for you here in this video, okay? In this video, I'm going to show you how to launch your own day trading robot, okay, that's going to nail exact highs and exact lows in any market. I don't care what you trade, whether you trade stocks, futures, forex, even options. I mean, this trading robot is going to absolutely crush it. And the beauty about this is that you don't have to be any kind of computer programmer or math whiz to figure out this bot. All right, we here at Pat's Trading, we understand that there's a lot of serious traders out there that don't necessarily know how to make that leap into trading automation. And frankly speaking, you know and I know that trading automation, what they call robot trading, that is the wave of the future. Okay, there's no denying that. And what I'm going to show you in this video is a trading system that's so powerful but so simplistic that anybody can master this trading system in like one day. Okay, so let me set this up for you. I'm super excited to demonstrate this here for you. So the chart that you're looking at right now on the screen is our proprietary chart display called the PATS bars. Okay, PATS bar stands for Price Action Trading Software, in case you didn't know that. In fact, let me just go ahead and label that. All right, this is the PATS bars. Okay, so how the PATS systems works is it actually comes with two chart styles. This is the PATS bars, and then we have another chart style called the brick bars. In fact, let me just go ahead and label this one too. All right, this is the brick bars, okay, just so you know. And the PATS bars and the brick bars, well, they work together as kind of a master and slave approach, right? The PATS bars is the higher time frame where it tells you the right direction of the trade to be on, and the brick bars is what you drill down on a very microscopic level to take your entry, to place your stops, and of course set your profit targets. And the brick bars is where you launch your trading robot. All right, so let me show you what a typical setup looks like. And guys, I can promise you this is going to be super easy. I'd be shocked if you didn't understand this setup on the very first try. All right, very simple here. The first green bar after any red bar, well, guess what? That's your long signal. Okay, that's it. This right here represents a potential starting point of a trend. And all you do is you capture the high of that bar and the low of that bar. Okay, just like that. This now becomes your retracement zone bullish, your buying zone. And what you're waiting for is you're waiting for price to come back into this area, okay? And you want to start looking for buying opportunities. Okay, as an example, if we look at a previous setup, well, here's a setup that printed earlier in the session. Okay, first green bar after any red, that's your long signal. What do? You guys remember? Well, you draw your highs and you draw your lows of that signal bar. And what are you doing after that? Well, you're waiting for price to come back in to this zone. And what you can see is that it gave you a nice, beautiful retracement right there, and the market took off, right? So do you get what I'm describing? Does this make sense to you? I hope it does. Okay, so once you've identified your zone, well, what do you do with that zone, right? Well, you jump over to the brick bar chart, okay, and what I've done is I've drawn a green line here representing the PATS bar signal. Does that make sense? So this line here at about 640 represents the signal right over here. So from that point on, all you do is you grab your highs and you grab your lows. So the high looks like it's about 57.10 and the low looks like it's 56.80. So let's just go ahead and draw the high and the low on those approximate corresponding levels. All right, that looks like 57.10 and this is 56.80 right over here. Okay, so again, nothing super complicated about this, right? All I've done is I've taken the PATS bars retracement zones and I've drawn it into the brick bar chart. right? And now we're essentially waiting for price to pull back and what I call fall in this retracement zone. And you can see it's happening right there, right? So let's just go ahead and slow this down here. Essentially, you know, when this happens, all right? So when this happens right now, you got to be on the alert. Right? You got to be on the alert when price is now inside the retracement zone. And if we jump back to our PATS bars, this is kind of how it looks, right? And you don't know what direction this thing's going to go, right? It may pull back into the zone and take off, or it may keep falling down. You have no idea as a trader. What I can tell you is that the PATS bars are shockingly accurate when it comes to these zones, right? So let me recap the steps for you. Number one, wait for the signal. Number two, draw that zone. And guys, you cannot skip these steps. These steps separate the 5% of winning traders from the 95% of losing traders, right? So in this zone is where you, as a trader, this is where you make your bread and butter. This is where you have to start paying attention. So the minute that the price comes back into the zone, what do? Well, here's when you launch the robot. All right. And when you're using NinjaTrader, which is the free open source charting platform, they make it super easy to launch a robot. All you got to do is go up here to strategies and click on bot trader trendline longs, right? Then you comb down and add it. Okay. And here are the parameters that you got to sort of pay attention to when it comes to launching the bot onto your charts. We've made this very simple. In fact, I'd be shocked if you didn't understand these settings in 5 minutes. All you have to pay attention to is the section under parameters. Don't worry about anything else. Everything else is completely set and fixed. What you have to concern yourself with is item number one, the quantity. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. If you're trading stocks, you know, maybe you're trading 1,000 shares or you're trading 500 shares, you enter your quantity. If you're trading futures, it comes down to the number of contracts. You could enter 2 contracts, you could enter, 10 contracts, whatever you want, right? Now, the second piece here in the parameters is the profit target. And what this part of the settings represents is your cash out profit targets. Okay, you're going to see this illustrated on a trade here in just a few seconds, but I wanted to spend some time explaining this to you. Okay, this is very important. You want to select your profit target to be somewhat reasonable, right? Don't pick something outrageous like 5,000. Pick something reasonable like 100 ticks or 150 ticks or something that you think is reasonable for your market. Okay, and the last thing that you got to select is the stop distance. I like to leave mine at 1. There's not too much I need to explain to you in the stop distance. The stop distance is essentially, let me just close this here. So the stop distance is essentially based on the low part of our brick bar lows. Okay, so as an example, if you have identified that this is a good place to place your stop, then a stop distance of 1, if you select 1, will be placed 1 tick below this reversal bar green. Does that make sense? Okay. And if you select a stop distance of 5, then it's going to place your stop 5 ticks below this reversal bar green, which would be somewhere over here. Does that make sense? So if we go back to the strategy, okay, essentially what the stop distance means here is how aggressive or how conservative do you want your stop to be? Personally, I like my stops to be very conservative, so I like to leave mine at 1, but you may change yours to 5, you could change it to 10, whatever you want. All right, so I'm just going to leave my quantity at 4. I'm going to set profit target to 100, and I'm going to leave the stop distance at 1. And that's all you have to do to start this trading robot. It's not complicated, right? Okay, so from this point on, all you got to do is hit draw trend lines and hit enabled here. This is a checkbox. Enable the strategy, enable the bot so that it actually starts. Okay, and then all you got to do right here is hit OK. Okay, and see what happened right there. Did you guys see that? The first thing that the bot does for you is it's going to draw a trend line automatically. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time explaining trend lines, but I can promise you trend line breaks, bullish or bearish, are honestly the most powerful way to trade. Okay, if you can master trend line trading, there is no stopping you within the context of trend trading. All right, so what you're waiting for is you're waiting for this trend line to break to the upside. And again, you don't know for sure. Maybe the price keeps selling off, or maybe it does in fact break to the upside. All you can do as a trader is be prepared for these entries to reveal themselves to you and to be on the lookout for a very low risk trade with a high potential reward. Okay, that's how you master trading. Looks like we're getting really close here.
Order submitted.
All right, did you see that? And did you hear that? Okay, this trading robot physically took the trade for you. And how you know that is when you see these three lines on your chart. Let me just quickly tell you what these three lines represent, all right? This middle line here represents your fill. Okay, this is what you got filled at. This line on the bottom here obviously represents the stop loss, okay? And this first blue line here represents your break-even target. Let me just squish this in. We should be seeing another target. Yep, there it is. There's the profit target. So this first blue line here, all right, this is your break-even. This line is automatically calculated by the robot using distance. Does that make sense? Let me just go ahead and organize this chart so we can really get into the nitty gritty here. All right. So if you got filled here and your stop got placed over here, well, this distance between your fill and your stop represents your risk. So this distance needs to be met first as a profit target to get to break even. Do you get what I'm saying? This distance over here has been figured out automatically by the bot, right? No more do you need to be fussing around with your calculator or your mouse or just screwing around trying to figure out your targets. The bot is going to do all of it for you. And once this first target gets hit, well, guess what? You basically have
Order
free...
filled.
Oh, yep. Did you guys see that? I hope I didn't just talk over the most important part there, okay? You can see that the first target did in fact get hit. What does that mean? Well, guess what? Now you have a free trade, right? Even if price comes back and stops you out, you will not lose on this trade. Guys, that is the beauty about a trading robot. It's going to take all of the emotion out of your trading, and you can see it even lets you know break-even target got filled. Okay? That's how you know that this is now a break-even trade. So this is, I mean, this, guys, I'm telling you, this is the ideal position to be as any trader. Okay, you basically have a free trade on and you've got your profit target sitting all the way up here. And now what you're waiting for is you're waiting for your profit target to get hit. And you can adjust this, right? You can move your stop up. You can move your target up and down like this. I'm just going to leave mine right. I'm going to leave mine right where it was there. And we'll see if this gets hit.
Order filled.
Boom! Just like that, the trade got filled. Okay? A little over $1,000 in just 1 hour of trading. You guys get what I'm saying? Are you understanding now the power of a robot? So let's jump back over to the Pats bars, all right? Everything that you just saw happen on the brick bar chart, okay, where the entry happened, right? You guys remember, you saw that trend line being drawn right here, right? This was the trend line that was drawn. You saw the trade get filled right over here, okay? Everything that you saw happen right over here happened right in this section over here on the Pats bars. And look how this thing took off. It was green the entire way up. And the bot nailed it all the way over here. Okay? So now, are you starting to understand the power and the value of a trading robot? Are you starting to see the simplicity and how easy it can be when you start trend trading? Okay, without using any indicators, no chat rooms, no courses. This is simply learning how to trade price action. Okay? And the best part about this is the trading robot did all of the heavy lifting for you. It took the entry, it took the stop, and it placed your profit targets. You don't even have to be at the computer. You get what I'm saying? So listen guys, if you like what you've seen here in this video and you want to get started with what I think is probably the best trading system on the planet, together with a fully integrated trading robot, then get in touch. We're doing a special offer this week only for new traders. We're giving 25% off the commercial sales price of this system. Okay? So if you'd like to get your hands on this, then we'd love to have you onboard the software and become a full-time professional trader. All right? Guys, thanks for watching this video. Get in touch.